get that pick, and then the other guy in B is kind of, screwed over, right? If you get your smokes right. And then you have to think, okay, now there's two gunners coming from A and then an opper. And pushing into B with an op it's not good, it's not easy. As long as you keep double door smoking B. If you can see the minimap, how they don't move, they don't peek. That's not the same for all of the teams. Some teams are aggressive when they push out. Especially if they can out-aim you. If they, some people just can out-aim you, right? I've played versus Hiko a couple scrims, and, you think you're good at aiming, and then some people just blow you away, right?
Yeah, like in this round, like I don't usually go 0-7 or have 12 ADR, so it's kind of shut down. Like in TF2, whenever I got shut down, I'd always try another way to like work. Like I'd go
hmm
passive or a little bit more aggressive or something, and it'd turn out that it'd be okay. But like I would know the map and know how scout worked a lot more. So for this, whenever I try something new, it'd be something like totally out of the dark that doesn't make any sense, just because I don't know how like this game works too much yet.
Right. It's funny.
So
I was watching Clockwork was playing CS:GO with someone. Servo? Is that the right name?
Servo, please.
Yeah. So I was watching him play. I think it might have been ESEA Scrim, might have been matchmaking pug, but there are common characteristics you see like TF2 players, how they play CS:GO. Like one of the things they don't understand is how to how to stop moving. Like they were playing Mirage or something on CT side, and he couldn't like he wasn't playing. He always felt the need to move, right? Which is a TF2 thing, right? You're always moving around at Scout. There's never a time where you just aren't holding, you know, a WSD, right? You're always moving around. You're never just stationary holding a spot. It was almost like he just had like three coffees and he couldn't keep moving. He kept like, checking a position, then checking another position, instead of just focusing on one spot.
Yeah.
And then they jump too much. I don't know. That's a TF2 thing. This is a good split. Um, actually, hold on. I think I have something written down for this. Good split. You guys, I think you should have. You need to smoke up cross if the guys are coming long. Um, the other thing, right? So I think one guy gets picked off. You end up dying from a guy at mid from Cat here as they push, right? But at this point in the game, the CTs aren't afraid of rotator picks, right? Like if you have that get right player, or if it's you're sitting at the top of mid, or maybe you're in lower B tunnels, right? If when you take the site, these two players coming in from Cat on the mini map, right? That's an easy pick for you because they're going to be looking up at Cat. They're going to be going, kind of tunnel vision, like, okay, we're rotating super fast, right? It causes you to die here because they're not afraid of like walking Cat, being afraid of their footsteps, stuff like that. Pick here. That's a roughness. I think Zion clutches this round out. No, he doesn't. Oh, he does. Okay. I think this round, you have a situation where you get an early pick and don't capitalize on it as much as you probably could have. So I think Zion gets an early pick here. Actually, let me... What round is this? 9? Oh, I noticed Zion has kind of a similar... He could probably work on that aiming issue as well, as far as, if you're picking mid, your crosshair should be all the way to the left. Because even if the guy tries to quick pick you mid, you're still on him, right? But like no one has the reaction time to pick from the far right of the small opening on D2.
Yeah.
I think Zion gets a pick here, and then you guys might split B, which is the correct decision. You can see how passive these CTs are playing on the minimap. Like, they do not move.
Yeah. I think that's what I was having trouble with. I'm used to people
Okay,
taking that peek every so often, like they never did. So this is weird for me.
so the way they're playing right now is they got one guy mid, one guy from CT spawn watching mid. Now, Zion just kind of whiffs the smoke here, and it's pretty round ending, I think. Because now Cutler wants to peek this Opper at the left, but he has no cover from here. And even if that guy wasn't CT spawn, there's a guy that could easily be like further up on cross, just getting ready to pick him off. And I think you run into the same issue as well. Well, I think you did. Okay, this round. Okay, you have the B spawn, so I think you guys go B. It's a save round. Zion has an op. I forget if he picks mid. Yeah, okay, so in this round, so Zion doesn't pick mid, but he's going into B with an op. Now, as far as save round strats, right? Rushing B like this is good, and it actually works out for you in the end. But because you have the opper, you want to think about, okay, maybe there's a better way we can use this op than rushing through tunnels with it, right?
Right.
Maybe in a different case, right? You have a B spawn, so it's a little different. Let's say you don't have the B spawn, right? You can pistol rush out long, or try to get that long pick with Zion, right? Buy a couple flashes instead of pistols. Push out long. They've been playing aggressives. I forget where the CT was in the beginning of the round, but if you trade with that, okay, that's another gun, right? And then you can keep the opper in pit, because that's where he's probably, best used. Mid, right? But in this case, that would be a good position for Zion. Now, you can see here that they're playing 2 on Cat. Well, it's a save round anyway. I think they figured out and they just rotate fast. But you guys aren't afraid of the smoke, which is a good thing, right? Like, I like that. Don't be afraid of the smoke in this case. You gotta take a risk anyway. And I think in this round you want to focus, if you watch this again, right, you want to focus on in-sight coverage. One of the things that kind of came up when I'm watching it is like, okay, why does your teammate peek window like that? Maybe in other cases, right, if they weren't as fast on the rotate, but they hear pistol shots, right? If I'm the other team, I know it's a save round as soon as I hear the first pistol shot, right? Because who's going to take, a pistol shot then without their M4 or without their AK, right? As soon as they hear the pistols, they probably know it's going to be a B rush or some variation of that, right? So they're fast on the rotate. So there's no reason to peek out mid like that, especially to the degree he went out. It just gets him killed, and now it's a lot harder to hold this site, even when you got a couple guns. Okay, so you kind of end up watching window in this case, and Zion is from watching from tunnels, which, there's a guy behind him anyway. But you should be probably focused on double doors and rotate to this box right here, closer to sight. I forget what we call that, but not by the stairs up to window, right? Stay behind, kind of where you planted the bomb, and watch double doors as Zion watches window is probably the better idea. Yeah, I guess in this case, Zion is kind of stuck in this weird position where he's like, okay, I have no coverage from tunnels. And where he really should be is probably, in closet or push through tunnels, right? Try to get the guy peeking as he comes up the stairs. And then once he gets that pick, if you don't see another guy in the first 5 seconds, it's probably no one else there. So then rotate back and then try to get the window pick. You get one pick here. But even you are worried about, okay, I gotta watch window and doors, right? And you really should be focused on one. But because of the poor sight coverage, you're kind of like, oh shit, I gotta watch both now, and they kind of just fall apart. It's a save round, so you really can't smoke up doors, but it's another thing I would like to see, Okay, round. Okay. Okay, so you have the long spawn. It's a gun. You don't buy any nades. I wasn't sure your money situation, but if you're the first person and you're going for a long push, you gotta have flashes. You pop one up right here, right, over, and then once you get inside, pop up another one right there, up at the ceiling. And then, it should be enough. A lot of the times you just can flash them out. So Zion gets picked.
I have a question when flashing throughout long. Do
Yeah,
you
sure.
have to stay still or do you keep moving while flashing?
You can keep moving.
I think I go back for the up here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're concerned about where to flash and stuff, just watch a couple D2 demos of, either from, if it's the map this week, just watch, a couple of the invite demos as far as when they take long, and sometimes they do it more passively, but if it's a quick one, you're going to see some good flashes, and then you'll be all set. What was I going to say here? So there's no one long at this point. You don't have an opper. All of you are here. You guys are short on nades. You guys have one smoke. Okay, so he gets the good, I think, he smokes up across, kind of. You get a pick. Oh, you went back. Oh, okay. I think in this round, Cutler does some really smart stuff that I wanted to point out. Okay, so he was walking up the side here, and then his teammate got picked off. And I think in this case, he has an opportunity to shoot someone, and he doesn't. He sees the guy coming down from cat into long, and he just walks past, which is, it shows that, he's a smart player, and he's a patient player, right? Because a lot of people, especially at this level, will just try to go for that frag.
I will yum that rag.
You watching the stream?
No.